This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 723 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is part 6 of our special series, Giving the Gift of Safety, Purchasing a Helmet for Your Loved One at Christmas, brought to you by Charles Owen and Riders for Helmets. In this final installment, founder of the Horse Radio Network, Glenn the Geek, is joined by Lindsay White, founder of the ridersforhelmets.org, and Courtney King Dye, winner of the FEI Against All Odds Award. Take it away, Glenn.
Glenn the Geek here, founder of the Horse Radio Network. We are excited to bring you a special holiday helmet mini-series, Giving the Gift of Safety, Purchasing a Helmet for Your Loved Ones at Christmas. In this final part, Lindsay from Riders for Helmets and I speak to dressage rider Courtney King Dye. It was Courtney's tragic fall 2 years ago that was the inspiration behind the Riders for Helmets campaign. Courtney has been working very hard in physical therapy on her recovery. Let's hear how Courtney is doing right after we thank Charles Owen for sponsoring this series. When Charles Owen himself founded the company in 1911, his mission was to make products for a safer world. The incorporation of the latest technology in protection, fit, and ventilation allows you to focus on riding in the knowledge that your Charles Owen helmet will take the very best care of you. Safety, comfort, fit, all wrapped up in a helmet that is the epitome of style in each discipline. Why wait any longer? Nothing says you care more than the gift of a Charles Owen helmet for the holidays. There's a trained helmet fitter waiting in your local tack store, or you can find Charles Owen helmets at any of your favorite online tack outlets. Give the gift of safety and style this Christmas with Charles Owen. Well, hello, Lindsay. Welcome back to your series here that we're doing on helmets. I appreciate you joining us again.
Hi, Glenn.
And, of course, we have Courtney King Dye with us. And hello again, Courtney.
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking time out to join us on what we feel is a very important topic, and I know you do as well, and that's the topic of helmets. And we have to congratulate you for winning a terrific prize by the FEI, the Against All Odds Award. Did they notify you ahead, or was this a surprise for you?
Oh, no, there's a funny story. They couldn't get a hold of me for some reason, so they actually called Lindsay because they know she's in touch with me, so she's the one who told me.
Lindsay, you must have been excited too.
I was so excited. I think I nearly wet my pants when they told me, Courtney. I was like, wow, I was so totally excited. I was like, really? I get to tell her? That's so cool.
And this award is really for athletes who have had challenges and who have met them and exceeded expectations. And you actually had the opportunity to get over to Europe to accept the award, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I'm so happy about that. And the trip, I think probably the best thing about it, other than the Turkish delight, of course, is that the FEI was very enthusiastic about Riders for Helmets and promoting the safety campaign.
And I have to add on the air that you looked absolutely terrific. We're going to put your picture in the show notes so everybody can see you accepting the award. Mm-hmm. It just goes to show that horse girls can get all dressed up.
And it's not often, but it was very fun.
Now, tell me, Courtney, how do you feel about your accident kind of being a catalyst for the global movement on helmet wearing? Because it was because of you that Lindsay really started Riders for Helmets. So it all comes back to you, all the changes that are really being made now.
Yeah, I mean, that makes me feel really good about my accident because I think it needed to have an Olympian injured and have a head injury to make helmets so important because it shows that level of skill has nothing to do with safety. So it just had to happen for to one Olympian. So may as well be me. I'm fine. I'm happy about it, and it is real important. I obviously for many years didn't believe in riding a helmet other than on young or dangerous horses. So that hopefully, Lindsay's doing a great thing by trying to have everyone learn from an accident. That gives an accident purpose, makes it special.
And we all wish that this didn't happen in this way, but we don't have a choice about that now, and it did. And I think you're inspiring in the fact that you're also back in the saddle again, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
And doing.
Yeah. Well, luckily the coma made me forget everything, so there's not an ounce of fear.
So there's what? I missed that end.
Not an ounce of fear.
Oh, gotcha. Very good. Well, now you also, while you were over there, did you find that the FEI and everybody that's there is now really aware of Riders for Helmets? And do you think that this subject is on the forefront of the FEI's minds at this point?
Oh, for sure. I can't tell you how many people talk to me about it unprovoked. So they were really enthusiastic about it.
One of the things we've talked about in the symposiums that have been put on by Riders for Helmets is the fact that it has to become sort of second nature, and it has to become the style. And the fact that she was not penalized by the judges. We know now that wearing a helmet, you're not going to get penalized by judges, is a huge step in getting more people to do it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think more than anything is that she's a great role model. Like, the thing is that when people show, that's when people are watching them. So if people at home even, if they wear the helmet at home or warm up and then put in the top to show, that is not powerful because that's not what people watch. So the fact that she went in the biggest worst stage and wore a helmet just is shows people that it's right and it's possible and it's cool.
Where do you take this a little bit different direction? Let's talk about you a little bit. What do you have coming up personally for 2013 with your riding and everything?
I have a really great horse who is in the London Olympics for 1A rider. And another client of mine, she's been helped me, been a client since I was 16 years old, and she bought a horse for me, and he's now 7. She bought him when he was 3, when I was able-bodied, and she wants to sell him and buy a Para horse. And so my hopes are to be able to go for the WEG.
Oh, is that right? On the Para side, Courtney?
Yeah, yes, on the Para side, of course.
Well, we can't wait to see you in the next World Equestrian Games, that's for sure. Now, Lindsay, what's coming up with Riders for Helmets in 2013?
We have some really exciting things coming up. We're in the process of planning the 4th Safety Symposium, which will be held in the United States. And then we are very exciting. I was just telling Courtney about this on the phone the other evening, that we are planning our first international safety symposium for next year as well. So that's very, very exciting. And then, of course, we'll be holding the 4th International Helmet Awareness Day. And we really hope we're going to get even more retailers around the globe participate than they did this year, which was, I think, over 600 retailers. in 4 countries this year, which was phenomenal. So hopefully we'll take that to the next level as well. And I just want to say, I don't think people perhaps some people that are not involved with dressage, for example, might not realize just what an impact Courtney has had. But her videos and articles on the Riders for Helmets website have been viewed and read now over a combined total of 100,000 times. And that's hugely significant. And I kind of don't think Courtney even realizes the catalyst that she's really been for this massive global helmet movement. And I'm just so totally proud of her. I really, really am. And, she's taken so much of the stigma out of having a head injury as well, because it just shows that, even with one's own personal misfortune, if you have the right attitude, you can still achieve so much, which she's done from not only the education standpoint, but for just getting back on a horse and aiming to compete for a country again. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Well, thank you to both of you. Thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Lindsay, and best of luck in 2013. Courtney?
Thanks, Owen.
Thank you to Riders for Helmets for everything they do for helmet awareness and safety. You can visit them at riders4helmets.com. And thank you to Charles Owen. You can visit them at charlesowen.co.uk. And you can hear all the shows on the Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com.